I'm just gonna wanted to put some more work into these since I have kind of a little bit of monotonous, redundant building to go to get through this next piece. I gotta build a bunch of these things. Um, and they weren't super difficult to build, but they did take a little while. So I'm just gonna work on that. I am only allowed to build on this board or I'm only allowed to build on these particular pieces while I'm live streaming. So that's what I'm doing. Even if there's nobody watching or hanging out with me, I'm. It's kind of just a personal challenge of wanting to document how long it takes me to build a piece, and also just to get the occasional input from you all, the viewers, and anyone else who's hobbying along with me at home. It's always nice to have you guys' ideas. So I'm just gonna produce a bunch of these, and it probably isn't going to be the most exciting thing, but I like the way they came out. So cut this right for the next one. I can just set myself up. So that's what I'm going to try to do. So just doing the Sunday afternoon hobby. Again, I'm going to try to cut each of these. Since I have to make so many of these, I'm going to try to, I'll give you a little bit better shot of my workspace. It's clean, I swear. Don't look at that mess right there. So I'm going to try to cut each one of these to set myself up for the next one, so that I don't end up with like a bunch of little offcuts. Keyword try. And after I cut this one, I'll show you all what the kind of idea was. And it'll also give me like, I mean, not sitting down on the ground, but like sticking out right here, you know, blam. So I think 3 would look pretty dang good. 3 up there too. Oh, what up? The chat thing again. I forgot. What do you got? Yeah, or if I'm experimenting with trying to build a certain thing a certain way, a lot of times I try to do it on a piece that I'm working on, which is actually how I came up with this little recipe. Was I built this one here, using this old chunk of vacuum hose, like a shop vacuuming hose, not like a vacuum hose, an actual vacuum hose. So a lot of times I'll try to put that, if I have an idea, I'll try to put it into use into the build that I am currently working on. But yes, if I'm like, okay, well, I know that the next piece is going to need ladders too, and I have these ladders here, I will do a production thing. I think the key word in that comment was actually when you're on a roll. So yeah, when you're on a roll, crank it. But if you're feeling like it's feeling monotonous, work on a part of it that's gonna reward you a little bit. Tile something up, or put some finishing touches on something. That will help. Like just building, instead of building all 6 of these, if I was already feeling fatigued, I probably wouldn't build 6 of them. I'd probably build, a cup, maybe 2 of them at a time and glue them on, or 3 at a time and glue them all on, get them all situated before I build any more, just so that I get a little shot of uh, that happy feeling of I got something done. Um, so it looks like I have enough for 6, but I cut this just a little bit too big, so I'm just gonna maybe make a couple extra. Um, Maybe not though. So the next step is this sculptor's mesh, and I should just be able to follow along this cut I did earlier, because I did make one earlier, so I kind of have a slight blueprint already going. So I got a nice big long string of mesh. I'm gonna stretch it out a little bit, just because I think it looks a little bit better with the grate spread out. Cut me off a piece. Try to round out the corners just a little bit. Try to press it in there pretty good. A little extra trimming. We'll get some hot glue in here around this lip. And we'll set it down, we'll do the next one. That's usually how I do my production. I don't necessarily get all of them done, or like work on one straight up till it's done. I'll kind of like work on a material at a time. So once this material is all done on this, I can move on to the next material. That's basically how I do mass production of stuff. Perfect. Just run that bead of hot glue around it. Doesn't have to be super pretty. We're going to cover it up pretty good. Set that aside to cool. Start on the next one. So I'm just cutting out little squares of this sculptor's mesh and gluing it around to this lip that I've basically created on the inside of this vacuum hose. I've cut into little rings. Created kind of a lip by the way that I cut it. Just gluing that right in there. Some of them are fitting better than others, but once I get the glue in there, shouldn't be much of an issue. A lot of this is going to get covered with card and EVA foam as well, so shouldn't be too stressful on trying to, you know, get it to look perfect. Yeah, actually, that is an interesting thing about when you're doing relatively monotonous parts of the project that you don't really enjoy. Finding, you know, finding the enjoyment in it. That's the thing. I would say that I don't enjoy this, but I actually do. I think those came out really cool, and I think the whole idea is really cool, and I'm excited to try to initiate it, trying to get it like to actually exist in this world, like summoning a demon of terrain. Yeah, sometimes it does take a little while, and I would also say if you use this technique, just be careful with the sculptor's mesh. It can be pretty pokey. It'll poke your eye out. Cranking them out, cranking them out. So yeah, there are phases of building that understandably could be boring to some. This is probably one that isn't the most exciting, but nonetheless it is good to know that it happens. You know, sometimes it takes some hard work to get something cool to exist. Last one, look at that. Didn't take too long. It's good because there's like 5 more steps that are going to take way longer. Good thing that's the last one because I wrecked it up pretty good. That's fine. That's fine. Gotta get all the hot glue off my fingers before I can move on to the next thing. Dang it. Okay, so the next thing is going to be cutting a bunch of holes. I'm just going to use this drafting compass again. So I'm actually going to cut this down a little bit. The smaller piece of paper will be easier to deal with. Blam. Perfect size. So we are going to repeat that process until we have 7 of them. And this is also where the drafting compass comes in super handy, because if you were trying to do that with a regular compass and scissors, it would take way longer. Okay, come on. Messed up on that one a little bit, but no worries. Four, 3 more to go. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Beautiful. So now I'm going to shrink this just a little bit. And we're just gonna run it around these circles again. And it might be a little bit wonky, but not really. Pretty good little sewage grate right there. Bam. That's simple as they come. Relatively easy. So now I'm just cutting the circles for the top of all of these manholes. Beautiful. Sewer grading, sewer grading. Yeah, a lot of mass production going on right now. Just trying to get all of these done. I'm actually doing 2 more than I really needed, but maybe I could put them in somewhere else or on another piece just to give that the similar aesthetic on all the pieces overall. I like doing that, like matching the way certain things are built. Of course, that definitely means it looks like, you can see when I built it because you can see my style in it. But it also adds a little continuity to your whole table, I feel like. Bam, okay. So we got those rings done. Very nice. Now we get to glue all that stuff on there. Some of these I might have to cut this lip down just a little bit to even it out. A few just little high points. Tossing some hot glue on there. Give it some pressure. Perfect. Next, more hot glue. applying some pressure. I really want that smashed down, and I don't mind if the hot glue oozes out just a little bit. We'll do EVA foam around this lip here, so won't even see any sort of messed up layers on the cardboard. So we'll be fine. Give it a good squish. That. Not quite this. It does need another circular lip in there, which is or does it? I don't know. I'm gonna put on some of it. Maybe do I have a piece that fits around it? Nope. I'm gonna go on to the next resource, which will be cutting EVA foam. Yay! Just gonna do this at about a ½ inch square and a relatively sharp razor blade. And I am showing, recording all the monotonous side of this too, so you guys can all see how terrain building really is. If I make a video and I cut out all this part and all you get to see is me go like that, and all of a sudden there's a pile of EVA foam strips, you kind of miss a little bit of that, which is sitting here in this hot, sweaty basement. Cutting EVA foam. So I feel like that, having that kind of knowledge helps when you're building, because then you know that, like, somebody else, to get it good, you do have to go through some trial by fire. It looks like I need at least 7 of these strips, and I have 2, 4, 5, so I need 2 more. Flat. So we got our EVA strips, so now we are just going to start wrapping these in the EVA strips. I have a certain technique that I use for this, which is I put a blob of hot glue. I want there to be a little bit lip above this of EVA foam. and I'll just squish that piece down and let it cool. I'll even grab another one and do the same thing so that I'm seeing an issue here. This one's gonna look a little wonky, but that's fine. It's a little blob of the hot glue. Get that EVA foam on there, approximately where I want it. Then let it cool. I'll go back to this first one. I'll go ahead and roll it out, putting hot glue, and then knocking down the hot glue so there isn't any little glossy bubbles sticking out. But so then I'll move back to this one. Bam, 2 done. Not bad. Only 5 more to crank out. Should be easy peasy. Just gonna go ahead and get all of these started. It'll just help me on my way to getting them done. What? Oh, there it is. It's like I swear I counted right. But then again, I wasn't doubting that I counted wrong. Now we just in productive line. We need that brake whistle to sound, right? Where's the coffee break? Nice. We're killing it. It's happening. Every time I think I'm almost done, I see another one that I gotta finish. It's purgatory, I tell you. Purgatory of the production line. Okay, last one, last one. Pretty good, pretty easy, pretty smooth so far. Liking it. Bam, so there we go. Produced enough of these to at least add some crazy texture to that. So that will be fun. I do think I'm going to call this video a little bit short. I did a like 2.5 hour one earlier this morning. So if you would like, you can hop on, check that out. Did a bit of work on both of the pieces, mostly this one though. But I will be back bright and early tomorrow morning to do some more live streaming. Trying to get this done by this coming weekend so I can get some paint on it. Other than that, yeah, you can hit the notification thing if you need to be notified when I hop online or when I go live. Other than that, thanks for hobbying with me. Y'all have a wonderful evening, and I will catch you next time and or tomorrow if you're hanging out on that live stream. Right on, guys. Have a good night. Oh, you're good. You're good. Wait, what I missed all that chat. What's going on? I definitely agree with you there. Oh, how you say that name? No, Nolig? Nolig? I agree that sometimes the symmetry takes away, but uh, thank you for that. I do, I do try to be calm. I don't need to be a spaz. I have there's enough of that in the world, and I'll spaz when I don't want to accidentally anyway. So, but I am gonna get out of here. It is very hot in this basement, so I gotta get like in a cooler and to drink some water. So y'all have a good night. Okay, peace.